When we think of a story, we usually picture something big, right? Like a novel or a movie. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful, most heartbreaking stories ever written is only 6 words long? It's wild, but it's true. This little story packs a universe of emotion, and we're going to break down exactly how it does it. Okay, here it is. Ready? For sale, baby shoes never worn. Okay, here it is. Ready? For sale, baby shoes never worn. That's it. That's the whole thing. Just 6 words. I mean, just let that sit for a second. Let it really sink in. What's the first thing that hits you when you hear that? So, this is what people often call the shortest story ever written. There's this legend, right? It's probably not true, but the story goes that Ernest Hemingway wrote it to win a bet in a bar. But honestly, it doesn't even matter who wrote it. What's so incredible is the sheer emotional punch it delivers in such a tiny package. So, how on earth is that possible? I mean, how can 6 little words do the work of a whole book? Okay, to really get to the bottom of this, we need to deconstruct it. We're going to trace the path our brain takes, like from the second we first read those words to the moment the emotional weight really hits us. When you first see it, it just looks like a classified ad, right? Something you'd probably just scroll right past without a second thought. But then, something makes you pause. And in that tiny moment of reflection, everything changes. That simple ad for a pair of shoes completely transforms into this heartbreaking story of loss. And that transformation, it happens because the story doesn't just let you read it, it forces you to start asking questions. And the first one is the big one. Why were the shoes never worn? Think about it. Baby shoes are all about hope, right? A new beginning. But these, they're unused. The story is practically screaming at you to figure out why. And as soon as you ask that, your brain immediately jumps to the next question, the one that really twists the knife. What happened to the baby they were for? All of a sudden, this isn't about shoes at all, is it? It's about a life. And this, right here, is the absolute genius of it. The story never tells you what happened. It doesn't spell out the tragedy for you. It just invites you to fill in the blanks. We are the ones who build that story of loss and heartbreak in our own minds. So this brings us to the real secret weapon here. It's the power of silence.
The true magic of this story isn't actually in the words you read. It's in the huge, empty, emotional space it carves out between those words. Just think for a second about everything that's not in this story. We don't have any characters, not really. There's no setting, no time, no place. And we get zero explanation. All we're left with is implication. It's almost like a ghost story, built entirely out of the things that are missing.
So that's it. That's the source of its power. It's all about what it doesn't say. That silence, that's where the real story is hiding. And because we each fill that silence differently, it makes the whole experience so personal, so unforgettable.
Now, there's a name for this technique. It's called implication, and it's all about meaning that isn't just handed to you on a silver platter. You have to find it. You have to discover it in the gaps. The writer gives you the clues, but you, the reader, you actually become a co-creator. You're the one building the entire emotional landscape of the story right inside your own head.
And this idea, of the reader playing such an active part, it's not just some clever literary trick. It's actually the cornerstone of a whole genre of storytelling. And yeah, you guessed it, this 6-word story is pretty much the perfect example. It's a genre called microfiction. The whole point of it is this idea of discovered meaning. It's like taking storytelling and boiling it down to its absolute most potent essence. It's a challenge, really. Can you create an entire universe of emotion with just a few carefully chosen words?
So when you boil it all down, that's really the heart of it. This little 6-word masterpiece, it doesn't tell you a story. It makes you feel one. It's like it completely bypasses the logical, descriptive part of your brain and just punches you right in the gut emotionally. It's the ultimate proof that sometimes the most profound stories aren't the ones we read, but the ones we're forced to tell ourselves in the silence.